Hi everyone, thank you for joining. I'm Carrie Jacquet and I'm VP of Marketing at Sensage, and I'm here today for another 5 minutes with Joe, And 2 nights ago we were at the Information Security Executives Forum that was up in the city, ISE West, and it was amazing group of people being recognized for their innovation, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk with Joe because he got a chance to spend a lot of time with the nominees, with other innovators who were there, talking about their projects, about their teams, and the things that they're doing to, to get ahead of the security challenges they're faced with. So, what was your sort of what were the people, well, first of all, yeah, who were the kind of cool people we talked to and some of the things they're doing?
Well, it was interesting to see the nominees that were recognized, a broad variety of verticals, engaging the security problem, like we've seen, over the years, of course. In particular, looking at how to reduce cost, of course, so streamline operations, but while raising the game. I think that was the key theme here, raising the level of visibility, the level of awareness, the speed of response. I know there was one particular project that was recognized that was, I think it was Los Alamos Labs, was all about their incident response process and how they had really streamlined it and made good investments to contain the cost of that particular infrastructure supporting that and to improve the response times and the process overall. I was particularly struck, though, by the number of dialogues I had with executives that clearly were talking about security intelligence, security business intelligence, that we're actually trying to exercise this business intelligence layer.
Metrics against risk,
and multiple times without Sensage or bringing it up, which is something we tend to do because it's what.
But we had it printed on T-shirts. Talk about metrics.
Unprompted. I was finding that I was in dialogues with people, and in fact, one of the projects, Kaiser Permanente, very notably, they were a finalist in the project awards. They're actually endeavoring to bring security business intelligence together and really improve the level of awareness analysis that's going on across that data. And so I know we'll have some follow-on discussions with them, but that project was quite clearly called out, and I heard multiple discussions from multiple executives in this
PG&E,
team.
Chevron, I heard, same thing, where the big data issue is coming up over and over, and the fact that they're getting more and more diligent, more and more data focused and aware that that's where the answers lie, for sure.
And one of the nuances that we talked about was, okay, so how do you drive an ROI for this kind of analysis? And clearly in some cases there's a 0% likelihood you're going to discover a set of things when you don't have the ability to periodically filter and monitor and review this level of data. And so there's a somewhat disruptive mathematical equation here whereby you could go from 0% likelihood of discovering something to even like 30 or 40%, and that's an infinite improvement, right? When you look at
and the cost of not doing it, you can't even measure, right?
It's hard to. Although lately with all these breach reports that have just stepped up, it's become very daunting.
Well, Sony definitely put a price tag on theirs, right?
Sony has, but even since Sony, right, in terms of the different sort of things that have come out, and we've talked about them several times, I think it's become internalized now as a key driver. And so people are now looking at how do we start to equip ourselves with a higher level of awareness with these sorts of data sets and start to prove that into some value. It still factors, though, into the whole security mindset of trying to find a way to be supportive of the business while helping to identify risks and frankly bring a compensating control that will reduce risk and allow us perhaps to make more yes decisions and supporting new business applications, new ventures, what have you, while saying, okay, I'm going to support this because I know I can iteratively filter the data that's coming out of it. I can keep an eye on what's going on.
The risk is measured, and I
know I have imperfect security, but at least I have a sort of a watchdog process. And I think that's the big change. We've had so many organizations in the past so wired at spending all their energy at trying to prevent incursions, prevent breaches. And there's only so much you can do to prevent. You've got to let certain things flow, and therefore you've got to pay attention to what bleeds through, what happens while you're letting certain things flow.
And you can't shut down all your trusted connections. I mean, we've already said Sometimes it's the contractors, sometimes it's the, you know, the partners who are processing the credit card, sometimes it's the ISP, sometimes, so, I mean, it's hard to shut all that down.
There are inevitable leaps of faith one has to take in terms of letting business operations continue. The key is to be able to have the right sort of monitoring capability and the right level of filtering across the appropriate scope of all this log data,
Yeah.
so that you can move forward more confidently knowing that you're paying attention to what's going on and that you can react with good data when you see something that is suspicious.
All right. Good point. So you were at ISE. I just wondered, what did you think about that chow mein they had? I thought it was incredible, and
I thought for institutional hotel food it was awesome. We both had multiple servings, I think.
I didn't know he was watching.
And the
Yes,
pork
I had
buns
my
with the duck, I had got
The
duck fat
duck.
all over my suit.
It was not pretty. Jinx. All right. Well, thank you. Do you have anything else you want to add on ISE?
I think I'm going to end on duck fat.
Yeah, it was a great event, great duck fat, and thank you for another 5 minutes with Joe.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you soon.